What's going on, Deadheads? It's Montavious back with the Intercrypt, and we are joined by a legend in his own right, a man of nightmares, if you will, Kevin Keppy. How the heck are you?
I'm great, Montavia. So good to be here. Thank good to see you and good to talk with you.
Yeah, you as well. No, and so for the people out there who may not know who you are, but I'm sure everyone does, can you give us some details about yourself and what you do?
Absolutely. I'm a human being that lives upon the world Earth. I walk around on two legs. No, I eat
Right.
food. Anyways, I am an actor. I'm a creature actor, and I also do character acting. So a lot of people know me from doing creature acting through the movie Smile. That's my main movie that people can recognize me from, where I play Nightmare Mom. I've also done worked on Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix and Paramount Plus's Evil, TV show Evil that debuted this year, season 5 debuted this year, and some other things here and there.
Cool. Exciting, exciting.
Hmm.
So we're gonna take it a step back. So when did
Yes.
Kevin decide acting or creature work? I mean, outside of that too, you have some credits as a producer
Yeah.
and all that great stuff. So I definitely want to get into that. But when did you realize that theater and film was what you wanted to do?
It was my first play I ever did, in the theater play. It was called Bram Stoker's Dracula. It is the theater, it is the play that sunk its fangs into my neck and infected me and turned me into this vampire of an actor and seeing how vibrant it is to participate in the theater world and the film world. I did that show in 2008. And I think 2008, 2009, I think 2008. And it just changed my life. I played multiple vampires in it, walking around, Dracula's assistant. I played the Dead Sea Captain, and it was just amazing experience. Not only to be able to learn how to be on stage, work with other actors, and work with high class talent of my contemporaries and friends, and my good friend Nathan Shelton, who directed the show. Just learning all that experience and just the joy and just exhilaration, I guess, of just the theater world and participating and doing a production with someone and a whole group of troupe. So getting into makeup, I love that. I got into makeup every night for that show. We had sold out houses, and it just let me know that I love performing as a creature and on stage. And then I started doing zombie films and stuff like that. And it just took off from there. So I definitely got the actor bug. You know, sometimes when you travel, you get the travel bug. I definitely got the actor bug. After that point in time, it was off to the races. Did Shakespeare in the Park multiple years, 4 or 5 years of A Christmas Carol. So also a lot of other creatures, vampires, zombies. Not a lot of werewolves, but but a couple of mummies. But yeah, I just love it. So that is what brought me to where I am today in Los Angeles, doing what I do.
Nice.
Mhm.
Now, you grew up in Missouri, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Originally
So,
Eastern Iowa, but then Missouri. Yes.
gotcha. So, how was that growing up in Missouri and wanting to get into acting? From a place that's really not known
Absolutely.
for acting.
Absolutely. Well, let it be known that so Springfield, Missouri, I moved there when I was, I think, 14 years old from Iowa. And Springfield, Missouri is a little known town. It's a queen city of the Ozarks, so that's where the Ozarks are at. A lot of people may know of that, like the show. And it's also where Brad Pitt's from. And Kaylee Spaney. Kaylee Spaney was a lead on Alien Romulus. I did a little short with her in Springfield too. So there's a lot of John Goodman went to Missouri State University there. So a lot of actors have come through and out of Springfield. Springfield has an amazing arts community and a great theater film community. Missouri State University has a great film program, I feel, and a great writing program as well. A lot of their students a lot of people in Springfield have moved here to LA or New York to pursue different abilities in their professions. So it was an amazing, wonderful community, arts community, and I just so appreciate it. Kansas City has an amazing theater community as well. St. Louis has an amazing music community. So Missouri is a very interesting state, and a lot of people don't know it. But it's this little secret, but it's full of like fun things going on, and people just really stick together and support the arts, and I just love that. I love the arts.
Nice, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So who do you accredit your your abilities to? Like I know you as an actor, like you
Yes.
develop, but who do you as a mentor that you look towards?
A couple people, or I'd say a few people. So Nathan Shelton, my good friend Nathan Shelton, who cast me in Dracula. He's an amazing actor, amazing director, amazing makeup artist. So I worked with him on multiple productions. I also did a web series called Shadowbound. We both produced it. He directed it. It was an amazing show. We won some awards and festivals. So I've been able to grow and learn from him a whole lot. So he's a good friend of mine, good companion, partner. And my acting coach at the time, my first two acting teachers, Kristen Farr and Chris Knox, they set me running originally. My acting coach after that, George Cron, who is an executive producer of a company I was associate producer of called the Class Act Productions, and we did multiple shows we had two or three shows every month of parody shows of Batman and Buffy Vampire Slayer and original horror theater as well. So we did that for 7, 9, 10 years or something.
Mhm.
And then lastly, but also most also importantly too, is the good Mr. Doug Jones.
Yeah.
So the Mr. Doug Jones is a lot of people know who he is. You know, Pan's Labyrinth multiple times. You know, Star Trek and Shape of Water. You know who Dougie is. So,
Yes.
anyways, so when I was doing Dracula, Nathan mentioned to me. He said, "Hey, my role as Dracula's assistant. I had to help Dracula do something." And he's like, "Hey, for this role, I want you to watch this episode on Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Hush. It has an actor called Doug Jones in it, where he's playing a character called a gentleman. I want you to think about how he's moving and how he's graceful and moving across, the screen and everything's silent." And so I'm like, oh, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Who likes that show? It's for girls, right? Watched that episode, blew my mind, and became a diehard Buffy fan after that, by the way, and an Angel, but then and also a diehard Doug Jones fan. And then studying him and his career and just the person who he is. He's just an
Mhm.
amazing person and an amazing actor and an amazing creature actor. So I've looked up to him for a long time, ever since I started this on this path. And so those are pretty much the people. I mean, everybody's an inspiration to me all the time. And but I've always been so appreciative and grateful of those individuals.
Nice. Now,
Mm.
what does it take to be a creature actor? Now, is there certain looks that you have to? Because I noticed, like like
Yes.
yourself or Doug Jones, you're tall, slender. It's a certain look that goes with it most of the time. I don't know, but what goes into it exactly being a creature actor?
Yeah, it's very interesting. People do ask me, I know some actors have moved to LA because they are of a certain body or physique or whatever, and they've never done acting before. And they've gone into the field because of their physique. I got I'm an actor first, and then I liked doing creatures, and then I just happened to personally to have this physique. And so that this physique that works for me, and then this also I'm very similar to Doug, is a tall and slender. I'm 6'5.5", 6'6", and slender, and Doug's the same way. Also flexibility. So a
Mm,
lot of creature actors, whenever a script calls for a character that's like a creature or a monster wearing a prosthetic or wearing a big suit or whatever. They want someone that has the ability to perform in that suit, in that makeup, or to act as a witch, a demon, a snail, a centipede, a bird. So a lot of those people that are able to physicalize that. And embody that character, the energy, the motion, the movement, the voice, and that's what it's all about being a creature. So flexibility is very important.
mm,
So there's some contortionists that are creature actors that do amazing work. I'm not one of them. I'm not a contortionist. But I am very limber. I do yoga every day and I love it. So that's one thing. Also, just being really tall, also being really short. Usually being very slender. This usually the skinnier you are, like my face or my neck or my fingers, they see cheekbones. Whenever I see a certain makeup artist I've never seen before, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your face. I just want to put something on you." Because with my face, you can see my cheekbones, you can see my eye sockets and stuff like that, my jaw, and so that's easy for them to apply prosthetics on or to paint
Mhm.
on, rather than a face that's more rounded. It's harder because if you apply any kind of prosthetic, whether it's silicone or foam latex or gelatin even, it's going to add a little bit of a layer to that person's body. So, like Mike Hill told me before, he's an amazing makeup artist and artist in himself. He said, the skinnier you are, Kevin, the better, because they can always apply stuff on you. But if you're big, you're gonna look like not a normal person, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so that's why they love people that are really skinny.
Mhm.
There's a character actor, I think I forgive me if I mispronounce his name. I think Javier Botet. He's done a lot of stuff with Guillermo del Toro. I think he's Spanish. He's very slender. He's an amazing creature actor. He's done a lot of good work, and but he has an ability to do certain things, very unique things that a lot of people can't do. So that's what, and but also too, there's character or creature actors like Derek Mears. Mears is an amazing actor and amazing creature actor. Played, uh, Jason and
Mhm.
Friday the
And the Swamp
13th.
Thing.
Swamp Thing, So that's another Dane who also played the Predator and Prey. Same deal. They're both tall. Like, Dane's a very tall guy and very tall, and also like Derek is very fit. He's very thick, big shoulders. He can handle a lot of weight on his body, and some of those creatures are big brawlers, so they require some muscle. I wore a fat suit and the show Evil, and it was all silicone, it's heavy. And for me, having a more of a slender frame, it put more of tension and stress on my slender frame than it would on someone that's bigger, I guess. So people that are bigger, have more muscle, are able to do other roles that like an ape in Planet of the Apes or something that I would have a harder time of doing. So it's very interesting, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Now, when you first auditioned for Smile,
Yes.
walk us through the process of your audition and the emotions you got when you knew that you were now joining the cast.
Oh yeah, good question. So the audition took place in my home here, and it was over Zoom. It was with Parker Finn and the casting director from Paramount, and yeah, so it was a good time. They were recording it to let their produce show the producers afterward, and Parker wanted me to do two different motions that you see in a movie. One is like at what Nightmare Mom does, like coming. He wanted me to start at the end, the back of my hall or wall, whatever, and then come closer to the camera, and I walk like I'm like coming through a hallway or whatever, and he wanted to see like how I move. And the second motion was like me to go down the ground and be choking the character that Sosie Bacon was playing, and just how I articulated that and how menacing I looked. So, and that was just on my floor, on my rug, just choking an invisible entity. And so it was very off the cuff, I guess. It wasn't so technical or precise, but this is during COVID, so that was 2021, I think. I think it's
Mhm.
2021. And but anyways, but yeah, I wanted it was through a company through a studio called ADI, Amalgamated Dynamics Incorporated, I believe, and that was their last movie with Smile, actually, that they before they split off and did their own thing, split the company up. But anyways, was really looking forward to work with them for a long time, and they were doing it, so I was really looking forward to it. And when I learned that I got the role as Nightmare Mom, I was really excited, not only to be working with Paramount, but also ADI and with Parker. Um, and I was just really excited because I love working with good people,
Mhm.
the people that are passionate, that are in it for the arts and the love of it, and want to create something fun and cool and something unique and original. I just love that, and to be on the ground floor of that, so that was just super exciting to me. I love creating good work with good people. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, when you got the news that you were now a part of the cast, like was there like a moment of like just pure bliss and joy, or like what was those emotions?
Emotions, I'd say they're probably a little bit more tame actually,
Okay.
because this movie it was not, people see Smile as what it is right now. Smile 2 opens this Friday, I believe, by the way. I mean, we're recording this earlier, but Smile was a big movie that came out of nowhere. It was originally called Something's Wrong with Rose, and it was through Paramount Players, which is I think the studio's streaming platform company. Don't quote me, but it was supposed to be a streaming movie that go on streaming, not in theaters. Uh, I read the script. I found it was amazing. I was really excited after I read the script, and but when you go into these things, you don't fully know how it's all going to operate. But you just go for on the ride, you go for the adventure and the journey. And but I was just really happy to be able to be working for one because not many people were working. It was COVID. It was super slow, so I was very excited about that and to work with new people. So it was very exciting and to get to work with Parker and everything. But it was it was more of a simple movie in my opinion and experience. I went to ADI here, and I think their office was in Chatsworth here. And so I'd go there for fittings, test fittings, teeth, all this different stuff. And it was just exciting in that sense. And then when we went to set, that was a different deal. It was in Jersey, and it was in this shop, this kind of stage area where they had everything there. And so it was a different experience from being here in LA to New Jersey.
Mhm.
But I'm just enthralled with the whole experience, of course. Just doing what I need to do and just to be honest with myself and just do the very best I could, and try not to get too nervous, and just do the best job that I could for everyone and myself. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And then so your list of, all the things that you've been featured in as an actor or creature actor, what really
Yes.
stood out to you the most as the most memorable project that you've been a part of?
Good question. And I would actually say all of them. They've all been very memorable in very different ways, whether it's the makeup or the people I worked with. The first time I moved to LA 6 years ago. My first project I worked with was through Spectral Motion on a show called The Quest on Disney Plus. It's no longer streaming, unfortunately. Did two amazing creature characters in that one and worked with a great team, Ozzy Alvarez and Kelsey Burke, and who are the on-set applicators,
Mhm.
makeup artists. And that was an amazing experience, I just love those characters. And I had fun with those two characters. I was also very nervous too because it was a witch and it was a serpent king. So how does a guy become a witch? So I had to discover what a witch is and then bring into my body my voice, and also the Serpent King was very different. He was very big and regal and moved like a snake, So just discovering those things. Every character has been a lot of fun to do and to work with other people with. You know, uh, in Guillermo del Toro's show, Kevin and Curiosities, those two different characters I played were just a lot of fun. That was through Mike Hill and also with Spectral Motion. So I just enjoyed the process of working with amazing artists and doing amazing work. And so that's why they're all special and memorable in their own ways. You remember like how incredibly hot you were in this suit, it's burned into your brain, or like how incredibly cold you were because you weren't wearing very much of anything. So that stuff sticks with you very well, and um, it's just very enjoyable all that.
Nice, beautiful. Now, what advice can you give to aspiring actors, creature actors, or people who just want to get creative?
Oh, yeah, great. Uh, I could probably talk about this for a long time, but definitely, uh, uh, do it for the right reason. And do it for the right reason, and that is that you love it. As my friend Nathan Shelton has said, as his teachers have told him before, is that if you want to be an actor, you want to be a professional actor, make sure there's nothing else in this world that you would rather do. Because if there's anything else you would rather do in this world, an accountant, a lawyer, a dentist, I don't know, sweep the streets for a profession, do that. Because acting is to be a working actor is very challenging, and it's it's very challenging. There's no 401k necessarily. There's no like determined hours of the day. You don't know where your next paycheck's going to be coming from. You may be booked on something for 2 to 4 weeks, but you won't see a paycheck until way later, possibly. So if there's anything else you'd rather do, do it. But if you do decide to do it for the right reasons, do it for the love, do it for the creation of you creating art with good people and remember to be yourself, your authentic self first and foremost. Fine tune your instruments, your craft, your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your heart. And this is a really strong community, especially in the creature community, the makeup community. It's a small world, and we want to support each other and lift each other up, and because it really matters, because it's a very challenging profession as a creature actor and also as an actor, and we really need to be able to support each other, and because it's just very challenging, but it's if you can make it, if you can enjoy it, it's really worthwhile. And I did in Missouri before I moved to LA. I worked at a 9 to 5 job, corporate job with a cubicle for years, like a decade or more, and did theater and film in the evenings. It wore me out, but I loved it. So I just lived that way. But you just really gotta do what you enjoy, what you're passionate about, while also taking care of yourself and to make sure to not be too stressed out.
Nice, well said.
Yeah.
Okay, so just kind of wrapping things up here. Now, where can people go to find out what Kevin is up to, what projects you got coming out?
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Best place to see me of my most recent stuff is on Instagram. That's just at Kevin Keppy. And I also have a website that I desperately need to update, so I need to put stuff on there. Of course, all my professional productions and everything are posted on my IMDb page, so you'll see what's coming up in queue and all that kind of stuff. And so those are the best places to be able to see me. And of course, on Threads, I post stuff on Threads. So, but yeah, I love talking with people. I love doing conventions whenever I can get out there. So if you're hearing this, I would love to be able to see you. It's just horror conventions, especially, are just the best, best community, best people, and I just have a great time doing them. So
Nice. All right,
yeah.
man. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the future and all the great projects you have coming up. Anything you want to say out there to your fans or just horror fans in general?
Oh yes, my fans and our horror fans. Well, buckle in because hopefully the industry is ramping up. It's been so slow with COVID and so slow with the strikes and then with the Wall Street hit with the studios. So hopefully in 2025 things will be cooking. And a lot of us actors, creature actors, character actors, and makeup artists and studios will be moving. So let's hope for that to come. And I think it should be coming hopefully in 2025 for more fun things to come out. But until then, make sure to support your fellow artists and go see those indie films that are out, especially ones that are like number one in the box office right now. And and enjoy the love of the art that you are passionate about. Share that love and of your passion with others, and definitely enjoy the Halloween season very well.
For sure. Well, Mr. Kepi, it has been a pleasure chatting with you. I had a great time just kind of
Yeah,
picking your brain a little bit, man. So
love it.
I hope you have a great evening and we'll chat with you later.
Thank you so much, Montavious. So good to talk with you. Appreciate it.
You as well.
All right, thank you.